What's it is? 6 o'clock. All right, it is February 19th. It is 6:03 p.m. and this is the pool subcommittee meeting. In attendance, we have Councilperson Passion. Is that right? Okay. Abra, and do you want me to say your last name too? No,
I prefer one name, like Cher, Oprah.
And we have James here and myself, Councilperson Camera.
Just call me Jay. Just one later.
All right. So, not a ton to talk about. Honestly, the big thing I'd like us to kind of go through is the summer schedule. And because we talked about a lot of stuff the last meeting, Abra, I know you weren't here. I meant to send a recap so I could fill you in, but that didn't happen. So a couple of things that we talked about was on the second Friday night of each month to bring in a band to just kind of have something fun and entertaining. So that would be like a 6 o'clock Friday. We're trying to not compete with like Westerville's fourth Friday night and offset it the best we can from Sip and Dip and other MPCA events. So the second Friday night seemed to be the least intrusive on other things. So we're just trying to find some bands right now. I think JP was reaching out to a couple people. He's going to talk to Brady and see if he might be interested in if he's in a band. We have Tommy, and I can't think of his last name, but he's in the village, and he performed at the
Tony.
It's Tony.
Tony, sorry.
Tony, yeah.
Tony.
Yeah.
Performed at the carousel rides.
Carousel.
Trolley rides.
I'm good with you.
And so we're trying to reach out to him, and then we'll see if we can find a third band.
Do we have monies available to pay these bands?
Possibly, yeah.
Because I know I have a couple friends that are in two different bands that are fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't say we have endless amounts of money, but I think we could,
Okay.
a reasonable amount. I guess I'd need to know and then just kind of ask to make sure.
Like 2 hours, 3 hours?
Yeah, I'd say about 2 hours. I mean, normally the pool closes at 8, so if we say 6 o'clock, 6 to close, I think that would be nice.
That'd be fun.
Yes.
Will this hopefully be in conjunction with food trucks as well?
Oh, yes.
Because you all talked about having the food
Yes.
trucks down there.
Yes.
And
during the
During the
summer.
summer.
it's such an awesome idea.
Yeah, it's all about trying to get that, when we have kind of our slow times at the pool,
Yep.
what can we do to fix that? So I thought maybe bands might be nice. I have talked to MPCA, I will say I've talked to Carrie, not MPCA as a whole, but we have tentatively agreed to host a movie night at the pool, co-sponsored between the pool or the village and MPCA. This would be an after-hours event. It would be a ticketed event, and MPCA will sell alcohol at it, and all those proceeds will go towards MPCA. And the village will purchase the movie and do all that part of it. So that's kind of the partnership aspect of it. Just try to get some family stuff going and see how it works. I know MPCA has tried it individually before, but
We did do movie nights, yes.
yeah, we're actually going to throw some money behind it. I know the licensing fees and how much they
Licensing is a
are, and
lot.
we're just going to go ahead and get that. It's about $500 to get the license to show, like a Disney movie kind of thing. You could do other ones, but honestly, they're not much cheaper. I think they were like $40 cheaper to do a non-Disney one. Might as well do a Disney one, right? So,
The alcohol part is just beer and wine, right?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, we need to pick a movie. So, typically what happens is I email them a list of possible movies, and then they come back and say, this is it, and yes or no, you can have it on the proposed night. Also need to pick a night. I was looking at, I think this August. So if we do the band on the 10th, I was looking at August 3rd, which is a Saturday.
Nothing anytime sooner.
Well, we're competing with a bunch of other stuff. So in July, we have 4th of July weekend. I just wasn't sure if that was a good idea. If we do the second Friday for the band, that rules out the second weekend. The third weekend is Sip and Dip. The fourth weekend is Family
Okay.
Fun Night. And then if we go back to June, we have, again, the first weekend is the band, the second weekend is Sip and Dip, and then we have a break, and then it's Pride
Oh,
on the
that's
29th.
fine, yeah.
So it kind of rules out a lot of
Okay.
the summer. It actually goes by real quick.
If we do it early August,
Uh-huh.
that's usually when camp season is over for the kids. And it's the week before school starts.
Right.
Which means it might be a lot of time when families do their family vacation.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, there's always going to be family
I know,
vacations.
so that's why,
And Westerville schools go back earlier than Columbus. I think
Yes.
Westerville goes back the 14th,
yes.
and Columbus goes back the week later. So, and yeah, well, I mean, we can pick a different weekend. Again,
And you said we have something August 10th scheduled.
let me double check. The 10th, well, the 9th we have the band. So, not that we can't do two things in a row, but.
I think if we do the 10th instead of the 3rd,
Mhm.
it's the weekend before everybody goes back to school.
Mhm.
Nobody's gonna be on vacation, like everybody will be back.
Yeah,
So maybe consider the 10th.
yeah, I'm not, well.
And
at this
also
point,
August
I have
3rd.
nothing to reference here, like, we haven't really done this before.
Yeah.
So,
And if you do it the first weekend in August, it's the week right after Family Fun Night.
correct, yeah, okay.
So
Okay,
give a
so
little
August 10th.
communal break.
Did I hear
each other.
you say Moana?
I was just saying it because it's water
It
related at the
is,
pool.
yeah. I really kind of, my short list was all water themed stuff, like Little Mermaid, either one of them, live action or the cartoon.
A Little Mermaid would be good too.
The live action Little Mermaid.
I sent them a list like 2 years ago and they gave me pricing and now I forget what I said on it.
I don't hang
Pirates
around.
Atlantis.
Atlantis.
I don't hang around my
I'm going way
grandkids
back.
enough, but Nemo, is Nemo too old at this
Oh,
point?
Nemo,
No,
that was,
Nemo's
I think
good.
that was the other one.
Love Nemo.
Either Nemo or Finding
Finding Dory.
Dory, either
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
What about Pirates of the Caribbean?
It could be, but that might be a little more mature.
It could
And I don't know which way we want to go. I kind of feel like we go younger rather than older, but.
Okay.
Off the record,
Mhm.
we focus on, I don't care.
Well, we're on the
I know,
record, but-
I know, we're on the record. But off the record, we tend to focus on the little ones all the time.
Yeah.
I think it would actually be really fun to have an older kid, adult thing that maybe doesn't necessarily involve the little ones, especially if we're gonna do a movie outdoors. It's gonna have to be later at night.
Yes.
So the little ones can't be there and
Yeah.
they're probably gonna be in bed anyway.
By August, I mean, if you think June 21st is the end of summer, the days start getting shorter after that. So we are talking a good month and change, 5-6 weeks.
I can tell you
But-
definitely, the sun sets about 8:15 in August.
Yeah. I think we'll have just enough. But, okay, so give me other ideas and I'll ask them.
Is a Sunday night for something like this just not a possibility? Do you guys find Sunday nights don't work?
I wouldn't say no,
Wouldn't
but
say no, but a
if
lot
you're
of
gonna
people
be,
People are
usually
working and then late night
they
the night
don't want to do
before.
anything before going to work on
Okay.
Monday.
We don't have that many teachers in the village.
Yeah.
well, they wouldn't be in school. Well, they might be.
August,
parents still-
just so you know, August 3rd,
Yeah.
sunset is at 8:43.
Oh my gosh, you're kidding.
Okay.
And for movies to be shown, I'm assuming like on an inflatable
Yeah.
screen or a
Yeah,
big
yeah.
sheet or something, it's gotta be dark.
Oh,
So
sure,
it would
yeah.
be like a 9 o'clock show.
Yeah.
What is the next weekend, do you know? Does it say?
I can, sorry.
It's gonna be a little earlier than that, but I think it's about 2 minutes a day.
8:34.
Okay. Which is right around 2 minutes a day.
So, yeah.
I think an 8:30 starts probably.
Well, when we did our movie, we had to wait, because we tried to do an 8:30 start, and we couldn't start it until 9.
Really?
We had like a little dance party just to get
I do
people.
remember that.
Remember, yeah,
Yeah,
just to do something.
yeah.
Um,
When did you guys do yours? Do you know what month?
I don't remember. I don't remember.
Okay.
You could do, Avatar, The Way of Water.
Oh, that'd be fun. Titanic.
That's the second movie.
Oh
Those
my
are long
goodness.
movies though.
Really?
Aren't they? Avatar movies? I think they're long movies.
Yeah.
Haven't seen them.
Waterworld.
Oh my gosh. Did you say Finding Nemo?
Yeah,
It's Finding Nemo, Finding Dory. What'd you,
I just put Nemo, but.
you said The Little Mermaid,
Mhm.
Avatar,
It's a Pirates of the Caribbean, right?
yeah.
It doesn't have to be a Disney movie, but
Does it
These
have
are
to be
not-
family?
does it have to be family? What do you mean?
Could it just be adults?
I suppose it could. We do sip and dip and stuff like that, which is adults only, so.
'Cause we'd always talked about wanting to do Rocky Horror.
Oh, I need to do that for Halloween. That would be so cool.
That would be fun, but anyway.
I do
Side
have
note.
another, after this meeting, we need to get together for MPCA.
Okay,
I have something to tell you.
okay.
Alright. Other movie ideas?
Sorry, I go on tangents, I'm
No, we're
sorry.
good.
Free Willy. These are just popping up.
Versus.
Poseidon
Well,
Adventure?
we have
Sorry,
time
I'm
to
way back.
decide on the movie, but I guess the one thing that I'm gonna have to, I think I'm gonna have to run by council is ticket prices, because usually that's approved by council. I
What if it's,
personally was thinking let's just kind of have some flat fees and not a per person. So like
what if you did like,
single couple family, and to try to keep it pretty low, like 5, 10, 20.
that's what to say $5 a person. So if you have a family of 5, it's $20.
With the maximum entry fee of $20. So if
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
Yeah.
4 kids or whatever.
Exactly. So it's not too much.
Max 20, yeah.
The cost of an MPA membership.
Again, I have to bring that to council to be official, but. Okay, well, if you think of any movies, just let me know, other ones, and I'll start talking to this, licensing company and see what they come back with. Muppet Treasure Island. That's a cute kids movie, yeah.
I didn't even know that existed.
You know I love me some Muppet movies. I do, I really do. I was
The
watching
best.
Muppet Christmas Carol at Christmas this year, and I'm like saying all the lines before they come up, and he's looking at me like, how do you even know this? I was like, this is a classic.
What else?
You said Atlantis, didn't you?
I did.
The, is
Yeah,
this,
that's the one.
yeah,
Yeah.
the last empire, the lost empire.
Okay. Okay, so the fees were another topic for that.
Oh, Luca's another one.
What is it? Oh,
Luca.
Yeah.
James is into this now.
I am.
Yeah. Are you just looking for Disney movies?
No, this
Okay.
is all water themed movies. But most of them are documentaries, not like
I mean, there's going to be
Aquaman.
like, did we say Free Willy?
Aquaman. Yes.
Aquaman.
Aquaman.
Oh,
Aquaman.
Hey, how you doing?
Isn't there a second movie out now?
Yes.
Okay, I haven't seen it.
I don't think we can watch that one.
Alright. Well, maybe we take a poll and see if we do family. Well, I don't want to say we do more than one, but.
Okay, that's on my list.
Okay. Alright. So, I'm gonna look for August 10th for this, and I'm gonna start with this list and just see what we come back with. What's available. And then if there's anything else in the meantime, just email me and I'll ask. Because we have time. But I would like to get it on the calendar for people to see, the pool calendar, what's coming up. Okay.
Are we calling it a dive-in movie?
Oh, cute. That was cute. Yes.
The zoo does that. I was not that creative.
Oh, that was like.
But the Splash. Oh, we could watch an 80s movie, Splash.
Oh, Splash would be
That
a
would be
good
fun.
one. Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh, that would be... I haven't seen that in a long time. I have a feeling watching it, we'll be like, that's what we looked like.
Why
We
did
wore
we
that?
like this movie?
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
So we have August 10th, then, is that
Yeah,
the third?
August 10th, yeah. And then do we still have NBCA, does any, okay. So really that's kind of because Pride and Family Fun Night, just trying, I know last year there was a lot of leftover beverages and I want to make sure that you guys don't have too many. So spreading it out over 3 events might be better.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. The other thing that we talked about that I would like to bring to council is we talked about doing a teenager night at the pool, separating junior high and high school, and middle school and high school, because the thought was that they don't like to socialize together. But basically, it would be an evening, probably a weeknight evening, and we could do a lower entry fee for it. So, again, it has to be approved by council. I'm thinking $5 or something like that to get in. Any thoughts on that?
One for each, one for middle, one for high?
Mm-hmm. Do 2 or 3 of them through the summer.
And this is without parents supervising?
Yes, this would be, I mean, parents don't need to be there anyways. The pool would be open, it would be during pool hours. But it would be a lower fee to get into the pool than the $20 or yes.
It's fun.
15
So
this
it's
year.
not-
It's 15 this year. For
Okay.
members, and it's $20, or 15 for residents, $20 for non-residents.
But it's happening at the same time that everybody is there at the pool.
Yeah, but if you really think about weeknight attendance, there's not
never
anyone at the
anybody there.
pool.
It's us, like the 3 of us.
Yeah.
And Gina, 4 of us.
Yeah, that's true.
And really on a
I
weeknight,
guess so.
I'm not even there that much. Weekends, yes.
Yeah.
I think that would be really nice.
Have you,
Remember, John was here last time, so he actually is the one that said, let's separate them out. So he's all on board for it. Plus, I think you can do some things. We can play music, have some songs going or something. I wouldn't say DJ, but something like that. And then the concession stand can be open for them to eat and stuff. And, we can do s'mores and things like that.
just wish we had better food options for the food though.
Well,
What if
maybe we do-
NPCA came in and did hot dogs?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can we do that?
Yeah, why not?
That's a good thing.
Because,
And then we would just,
Yeah.
hot dogs are going to be the thing this year because cooking in crock pots is like the best thing ever.
Yeah.
I did that for Zach's birthday.
Because we are planning to do hot dogs at the holidays again this year, we're gonna bring that back. I actually was talking to Cindy's husband. You know who Cindy is, right, from the pool?
Yes.
I don't think you know Cindy.
I don't
So Cindy's husband is like, I'm pretty sure I have one of those hot dog rollers things at the cabin.
So, I don't know how many hot dogs it would cook at a time.
Yeah.
2 crock pots will make like 100 hot dogs.
Oh, sure.
wow.
I mean, you
I
just.
thought you were saying you didn't want to use the hot dog. The
No,
crock pots again.
no, I totally would
Oh,
because it
okay.
made it super easy.
Gotcha.
And we can also do, I've never tried it, but we can also do cooler corn. You take ears of corn and you fill coolers, like igloos, with hot water and you put the corn in them and they cook.
Huh.
I've never tried it. I don't know if it works, but one of the things that used to happen here, we would have corn roasts, it was
Yeah.
long before I was here.
Yeah.
But that might be something to kind of bring back again,
Mm-hmm.
and if this cooler corn thing works,
I got
an ear
those-
of corn and a hot dog for, you know,
Yeah, I
couple
bought all
bucks.
those coolers from when we started the concession stand, but, so, I have 3 decent-sized coolers at the house.
so that might,
So we can
might
try
be
that.
something.
Yeah. Okay. So then maybe we do a little higher fee, but we include the hot dogs. with the food. Well, you want to
that would be
raise money.
separate. That would be separate
Oh.
from MBCA.
I mean,
Because
it
we would
depends
need
what
to-
the purpose is, like if we have the funding to,
Look and see, do some research on what it would cost. And maybe we do $10 and split the fee.
Okay.
yeah,
Is
it's
that-
not, it's too bad, I have it in a notebook, I started pricing it out for Family Fun Night.
Yeah. I know that,
It's not expensive.
I think if you keep it simple, right? Like, don't go with all the
Well,
extra
this
stuff.
Does ketchup and mustard,
Yeah.
That's it.
and a dog and some bread.
Again, I still have to bring this to council. The best part, though, is that
But
I
do
can
you-
advertise these events without the cost yet and just kind of have them as placeholders on the site.
Yeah.
And then, because it may take a few readings at council, but we'll have it all passed and whatnot before we start selling anything.
And are these nights like a 6 to 8 thing, or is it like after hours?
I
Sort of
think it's
thing.
full time.
Well, okay.
Yeah,
So nothing extra, okay.
yeah. It's all about adding extra revenue for the pool, trying to get us a little more closer to that break-even point.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Do we have to do anything to get approval for that? To join forces like that? Or we just,
I don't think so, I think we just need to,
Yeah.
we've done it before, it's never
Yeah,
been an
yeah.
issue.
okay.
So, just so you're aware too, so one of the things that we are doing this year, I don't even know if you know this, but we've talked about this at council, you might not have connected the dots. So we actually are selling sponsorships this year at the pool. And with the sponsorship, like they start at $150 and for the lowest membership and sponsorship, and it goes up to $1,000 for the platinum or whatever the higher one is, right? And for the higher tiered ones, they actually are providing a banner for us to put up at the pool that advertise their business with it. But then, like if you're the $1,000, we can give you discounted pool rent. Like you get one night of renting the pool after hours at a discounted rate for your organization. And then the software puts a sponsorship down at the bottom of every email we send out. And the higher you pay for your sponsorship, the more times it's included as emails go out. Plus, as you open up your membership dashboard, they show at the bottom of the page. So it's an incentive to the sponsors in that their names get out there. And it's really good for like dentists or any type of family services. So healthcare that may be pediatricians, things like that. Restaurants are all good. So we have our final vote on it Thursday night to officially start selling them. But we already have some interest in it. Just need to get people signed up. We had a new membership sign up last night. I think we're up to 45 or so members so far, which is not bad. My goal is to get 250 before pool opens. Normally we see 250 kind of peak around end of June, beginning of July, and then it kind of tapers off after there, but I'd love to see 250 before the pool opens. We did get an email from a teacher, she may not be a teacher, an employee at the schools, and said, hey, we pay into Rita, can we get a resident rate? And I took a straw poll at our last work session, and council has agreed that yes, since they're paying into Rita, just like we all pay into Rita, that we would give them the residence rate, so a slightly reduced rate for it. I mean, right now, they're not paying any more than we are into taxes. It might change if we have to take out some loans for the pool, to redo the pool, but that's another discussion. So we're voting on that, I think, Thursday night too, or we're gonna talk about it Thursday. What else do I have?
MSK, they're gonna reschedule.
Yes, MKSK is our engineering company that is currently working on the pool. They were supposed to be here tonight, and there was a family emergency Friday, and they had to cancel. So, they asked when our next meeting is. I am trying to, well, I don't know if Thursday night works better for people. I know it works better for Gina. We do not have a regularly scheduled council meeting on the 21st of March, so I am trying to plan the next meeting for the 21st of March. Abra, do you have any conflicts there, or?
It'd be right if I could give it the right month. No, that should be fine.
Okay. I think Gina's fine that night. I'll double check with Kelly and
Cassie.
Cassie, yeah. Because they'd like to come and talk. So we need to follow up with them over what we talked about in our meeting, like some of our wish list and things that we'd like to do. We also need to have a discussion about the pricing because Jeff, our fiscal officer, was like, hey, we can spend $2 million. And I was like, well, we can't do much of anything for $2 million. So he's like, well, if we can push it out one more year to 2026, he said I could probably get you another $500,000. But at this point, some of it's just how much debt the village is allowed to take on. And with all those loans we still have out for some of the sewer projects, that limits us to a certain extent. We've talked about, could we possibly add a levy and do it that way, bring it to the residents to vote on it. The thing about that is if the residents vote it down and we spend money on the pool, it doesn't look very good for us to go against the community's wishes. So I don't know. I think we could probably do about $4 million. Like I think we could finagle some things, and there was a lot of stuff in that list. We saw it. Some of the stuff were like, no, already line item gone. They had pool chairs in there. We've been buying pool chairs. We now have close to 200 new chairs. We don't need that line item. They were $1,500 each, if you remember that, and ours were $300 each. So, the parking lot we've talked about. Can we put that in with the Valley Road project? Possibly. However, we can't take the money out of streets because it's not a street. So whereas we can get, I think their rough estimate was $500,000 to do that parking lot. Well, that's because that's just a general contractor who's going to sub it out to someone else. So they're marking it up too, right? If we partner it with our street vendor that paves our roads, it's going to be a lot cheaper for us than that price. So there's some things that we can do. Some of the landscaping, I think there was irrigation there. We know that we're probably not going to do some of that stuff. The other thing that Jeff said that he would like us to ask them, and I've asked him to come to the meeting so he can hear things firsthand, is can we do some of this in phases? I think if you were at the original meeting, they said it's not really saving us any money to do it that way. But, do we construct some of the buildings first and then go back and do the pool later on? That could be a way around it. We know that the buildings, we can't do work on the pool without upgrading the buildings because they all have to be brought up to the current building code. So we know, I think the buildings would have to go first, but I'm not that expert. So that's kind of where we're at with that. I do think we talked about expanding that building to make it a little more usable for events and stuff. I still think that that's a good idea, especially based off of how much interest people have in this space here. And what's that?
There's a wait list?
Yeah, there is a little bit of a wait list. Like we're having to determine like who can rent it and who can't. Because some charitable organizations, we're trying to give it to them for either free or not that much of a cost. But you know, the limitations here are that we really don't have a kitchen. You know, we have a kitchen, but there's no way to prepare food. There's no stoves or things like that. There's a microwave. Where we could have that potentially at this
Right.
building, connecting it to the concession stand. I think the other thing that people will appreciate is that a building at the pool is probably not going to have carpet in it. It's probably going to be a concrete kind of floor in it. And I know that Sarah had a little issues with paint and some of the crafty stuff in this room. I know she ended up using kind of some of the other space just so that we wouldn't have to worry about stuff on the carpet, but that would be another option in that, hey, this space, you can be a little more, the restrictions, I guess, could be a little less in that space. Honestly, we were at the zoo this past weekend. I'm sure you've all been to the zoo at some point, but there's that restaurant over by the Gorillas. Have you ever gone to that restaurant inside?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this is probably exactly what we need. It's basically a concrete floor with a really tall ceiling, and I mean, we probably
Even
don't
if you
need-
wanted it fancier, you wanted to do like an epoxy floor or something.
Yeah, it could
it's cheap.
be
I mean, it's
vinyl or
relatively
some, you know,
cheap.
something that can be washed real easily, right? But we're not talking carpet or stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Well, and it'll be another revenue
Yeah,
opportunity,
exactly.
and yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, so, and the other thing, I really wish I was more involved on the front end of this building, because I probably would have made some different decisions. Like, it would have been nice if we had 2 spaces here, because now we even talked about MPCA's meeting next week and how planning and zoning is going to be in this room. It would have been nice if we had a little conference room off the foyer here, so that we would have had 2 spaces that could have potentially been used to hold meetings, but whatever, we don't have that.
We would if we had another building.
Yeah. So anyway, I think that's all that I have about pool stuff, unless someone has something different. That's kind of where we're at. But if you think of any ideas for the summer, please just let me know. You know, again, I think it's about how do we fill in those lows in our schedule, our summer schedule. You know, we could do things, we could do a karaoke night or something like that for adults. I know we've talked about that.
Absolutely.
But,
That'd be funny.
It would be fun.
I wouldn't
Happens at
participate.
Sip and Dips, I think it would be fun.
I mean, it has happened, excuse me, a little bit at Sip and Dips. I don't know if, has it really happened at Sip and Dips?
Not like official, like
Yeah.
karaoke, but,
Yeah.
you know, stealing the mic and singing.
Yeah. Did you, I know last time you talked about additional games and stuff, or
Yeah, I think we decided,
full-time out?
I think we decided we'll get some, well, I don't know if we finalized. I need to see if I can, so we talked about like a giant checkerboard, those big 10 by 10 checkerboard. You could get chess too, you could get a combo. So I just need to see if I can get that PO purchased so we can get that. But cornhole, get a cornhole one. We talked about, what was the other thing, what's it called?
Lady Gaga, was it Gaga Ball?
Gaga ball.
That's what it was.
Talk about that.
Gaga's fun.
It's about
Do you know what it is?
$800.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I had to
a
look it
camp
up.
thing, it's so much fun.
It's about $800 for the kit to put it together and everything. So that's an option. The nice thing about any of these options are that they're all portable enough that if we build a new pool, we're not purchasing them again for the pool. We can, you know, if we get the Gaga pit ball thing, we can disassemble it and store it away until it's time to reassemble it to put it in the new space. Same thing for like the Connect 4 that we got, the checkerboard, all that type of stuff. I think all of it would work. We kind of ruled out, we talked about redoing the shuffleboards, but there was, it's expensive, right? Just the stencil alone, and we could not do a stencil, but I'm not going out there and painting it by hand. The stencil alone is about $500.
For shuffleboard?
Yeah.
Wow.
You can reuse it obviously from year to year, but then you have the paint on top of it, and then you have the equipment on top of it. And the equipment, I think, is rather expensive, and kids use them as weapons, and they break, according to John and his years of experience at the pool. So he kind of was like, hey, let's not do that.
What about that volleyball area? Can we do something with that?
Um,
Besides being a water pit when it rains?
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, that gets fixed with the new pool. The other option is, do we bring dirt in or sand in? I don't know if, I hate spending money on stuff if we're gonna tear it all out. I mean, I know we spent some money on like the sunshades and things like that this last year, but it wasn't a ton.
Those are a good addition anyways, because it needed some kind of shade over there in that area.
Yeah.
And it made, with the tables, it made a lot more sense with selling food at the concessions.
Yeah.
So
We
there's
spent a
places to
lot
go.
of money last year kind of upgrading some stuff, but again, most of the upgrades that we did are things that we can move forward with. The refrigerator, we spent $3,000 in a commercial freezer because we have to have a commercial freezer, but it's on wheels and I can wheel it into a new space if I need to. So,
Right.
we've spent money on the cash drawers, things like that. We upgraded this pool software, which has been a lifesaver. Like, Barb is, honestly, we had a discussion the other day, and someone said, oh, we haven't had anyone sign up for the pool. And I was like, we have over 30 memberships already. What are you talking about? And they're like, oh, well, Barb hasn't done anything. I was like, Barb doesn't have to do anything anymore. It's all automated in the system. Like, she gets an alert, just like I do, that says, hey, a shiny new member has just signed up. That's it. Like, there's no printing
Amazing.
stuff out and reconciling reports. It's all automated now. So the cost savings, this software cost us about $1,000 more than the last software. We're already seeing the cost savings and the amount of labor that's been reduced. So I didn't get to show you all the bells and whistles because you weren't here the last
But
time.
I already signed up as a member, and just to see the stuff that comes through, I was like, oh my gosh, all the events are already listed. This is amazing. So
It's been fantastic.
totally good.
So just a couple highlights that I think are really cool.
It looks great.
I know.
It's
yeah.
amazing.
And I'm like, Carrie, you need to give me details so I can fill stuff in. So you will notice on all the MVCA stuff, there's like a reserve. So I can actually export a report that says how many people have RSVP'd for the event and give it to y'all. I mean, it's
That's
not
great.
like it's no one's locked in stone saying, yeah, we're definitely coming, but it will give everyone an idea of how many people are planning to attend. And then the links go, so like this link to sign up takes you directly to the NPCA page. So you can sign up for stuff directly from there. You have the option when you do, let me log out of, okay, I guess I'm in there. So you have the option of, let's see, set up your household. So let's say, so I put my nephew on here because I was trying to test this out. So you can when you put Zev in your account, when you manage your household, you can say, alert me if he checks into the pool without you. And it will send you either a text message or an email letting you know that he's checked in without an adult.
Wow.
And then if he does that, then you need to tell him, hey, when you leave, you need to check out at the front desk, and then it will alert you that he's checked out.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so there's some pretty cool features in here.
That's a good tracking.
Very good.
We have the ability, the front desk feature, which is now just going to be an iPad. When they check people in, let's say Zev is one of them, we can say in there, Zev has passed his swim test. Like, we can sign him off that he's passed a swim test and he's good to swim without, a parent there or whatever.
Right.
So there's a lot of features that are built into this that we haven't had
Fantastic.
before.
That's good.
And then again, I showed you, and last time I had it up on the big screen so you could see it better. But you can sign up for what you're interested in. So like MPCA events are one of them. And then it will make sure that you get alerts to that stuff. And I'm trying to see where the sponsorships are. I don't see them on here right now. It might be because no one's sponsored right now.
Has information gone out about the sponsorship?
Well, not officially because we haven't passed it.
Oh,
So technically, we're
okay.
not supposed to sell them
Got
until we
it.
pass it on Thursday.
Okay.
But I didn't take it down. So someone could technically sign up for it right now. The new pool chairs came. They came last week or 2 weeks ago. I said at the last meeting that they were going to be here any day, and they came the next day. So they're pretty cool. They're a different color. So we ordered. So now we have 3 different colors, and I did that intentionally so that in the future, if we ever need to add more and we can't get that color anymore, we just need to stay in the family, right? It's not going to matter that much. So this one is called French blue, and so it's kind of a lighter blue color. It's a pretty color. And then we have 5 that are 20 inches tall as opposed to 14 inches tall. And the colors are reversed, so instead of it being just the 2 blue stripes, it's all blue with 2 cream stripes on it. So that they're very easily identifiable as the chairs that are a little taller for the people that can't get as low. So it was a request, Emily. She was like, hey, it would be nice if I had something that I could get in a little easier. So we bought 5 of them to see how they work, and then we can purchase more of them later on. If
Just got to keep the kids off of them.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, that's why I made them look so different,
Yeah.
so that it's really identifiable.
Yeah,
Hey, these are
Very
special.
smart.
I still think there needs to be some kind of chair banner on them that
Yeah,
says
we are looking at that too.
for reserved or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, there's actually a company that makes them. They're technically for like when you go to a wedding and they put the bands on chairs. They're technically for that, but we can get them real cheap, and so we can buy a dozen of them, and that way if we wreck one or lose one or something, we can replace it real quick. Or we can put whatever we want on it, reserved or whatever.
I just need one that says VIP guests, please. Thank you.
That's so nice of you to think of me.
So, but other than that, everything else is on track. March, we renew our food license for the pool. Again, we'll try to, I have not been in contact with our main vendor, but I'll reach out to him soon and just make sure we're good for all the ice cream and stuff like that again this year. We'll try to do as much hot food as we can, but we were kind of limited to what's packaged and can be heated up. So the pretzels, I'm sure. I'll see if we can get those pizza things again. And what was the third thing I had? Nachos. That will seem to sell well. Anything that didn't sell well, we won't get this year. So I'm not getting peanuts. I'm not getting pistachios again this year. We probably sold a dozen. And you had to buy 180 of each of them. That was the minimum quantity. So, not getting those. We lowered the price on birthday parties. It's really easy to sign up for birthday parties and after-hour parties through here, which is really nice too. It makes you sign all the waivers and all that type of stuff all through the site. When you reserve a birthday party, and it will show up on the calendar. So the main calendar that's on that page, you'll get to see if a family's already reserved something. Which is pretty cool, so that we're not double booking and whatnot.
Nice.
And it won't let you, like the MPCA nights that are reserved, it won't let you book that night because there's already a party reserved. So we did lower that. We raised our fees, if you didn't see, for the 10 packs because we were told we were too low last year. But we reduced them for residents and for members, and then we upped our daily entrance for $15 for residents, $20 for non-residents. I mean, if you look at Westerville, Highlands is charging $20 a day to get people in, so I don't think we're that far off. We'll try to get something put in the schools again this year. So normally we partner with both of the elementary schools and probably the middle school and put something in their backpack or something like that to let them know. And then the other thing I've asked about is, and I'll try to bring this to the next meeting, we got to get it past the council first, but would like to come up with a logo for the pool and so that we can put it on some merch. So I have the ability with our Square retail site to attach it to like a Printify account so that it's an on-demand ordering, so we're not like keeping stuff in stock. If you order the t-shirt, it will print and ship directly to your house and we just collect the money off of it. So. Or whatever merchandise we want. We can put hats up there, whatever we want.
Hey, JP.
But because there's an ordinance around, logos and the village stuff, we have to go through council and get that approved first. And then the other thing that we'll do here before the summer starts is we will have new pool signs made. So right now it says Minerva Park Swim Club. It will say Minerva Park Community Pool. We'll get those replaced. We'll have our logo on them, and we'll make sure that there's one down towards the schools so that people down at the Farview MLR area know that we have a pool, because we have no advertisement for a pool down on that end of the village. So if you think about it, we have one in Cleveland coming in at the one entrance, right, on MLR, I think it is. But we have nothing down on the east side of the village.
Do we do any advertising with like, gyms or tennis club?
Have not, but that's a good idea.
The tennis club, do you know there's a tennis club right here?
No, where?
Where?
Across the street from the Dunkin' Donuts.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Huh.
It's called, Wick or something.
I use the same.
Yeah.
So are they on our options?
For ice cream and hot food, yeah.
Okay.
I've been looking for other sources and they're really not out there. I've contacted Cisco, I've looked for, I don't know, other places I've lived in the past, it's been easy to find someone that sells chips and candy and stuff like that, but around here it's been difficult.
Chips?
Yeah, I mean, outside of going to like Costco or something
Yeah.
like that, yeah. The ask is that we find someone that will deliver them to us, that we can order them and have them delivered. And then, well, I did Amazon, but the problem with Amazon is that one time I'd order the chips and it would be $30 a box, and the next time it would be $50 a box. And it's really hard to kind of keep your prices
Right.
regulated when it jumps so much. And chips especially, all the chips were ordered off Amazon, and that was my problem the entire summer. So,
Wicker Tree Tennis Club.
okay, true, okay.
It's a mile from here. It's on Maple Canyon.
Cool. Oh yeah, Maple Canyon. Where pizza place used to be. That closed.
Borgatos.
There's-
It's just on the other side, yeah, on the north side of the street.
Yeah.
Chips that delivers.
I think I can get Cisco to do it.
I was gonna say
Just gotta-
Cisco does it?
I gotta get back with them. The chips and the drinks are really kind of the two items. Everything else we get delivered. All the ice cream and whatnot. So, this responsibility of ordering stuff will go to the assistant pool manager that we'll hire this year. So all concession stand stuff will fall under that person
Nice.
and not in my lap. So, that would be nice. So, cool. All right. Well, I thought it would be short, but that was a little longer than I thought. Anything else? All right. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
Most to adjourn.
All right.
Second.
Thank you. All right. Sit, stop, right there.